Michelle again. So I'm doing another update for today because there's a couple of things that I want to talk about with the greenhouse and then with my transplants. I'm going to put my carrots in here. You see my little helper back there with the water hose. So basically carrots actually like to be direct soil, and I didn't know that before I started my little trays. I killed the first batch of carrots because I put them in a grow bag, and then I just didn't give them the attention that they needed. So these 6 ones are goners. I have these ones left to play with. I'm gonna put it in that pot. And this time I'm going to start with a fertilizer. I haven't started off any of my plants with fertilizer. And they're still alive. So this batch I'm gonna start off with some fertilizer. Everything else I added like just this week, some fertilizer. So I think it'll actually do them really well to have the fertilizer from the beginning mixed in with the potting soil. Like I said, learning a lot. I want to talk about the romaine lettuce. So okay, when I got my seed starting trays, you know, they come with like little tiny dirt tablets that you just, they're in each tray, and then you just add warm water and the dirt plumps up. Not on sister, baby. Okay, only on the grass. And then it expands, and you know, you pop your little seeds in there, you put dirt on it, you follow, you know, whatever planting instructions that you have for the seed packets, and then you just keep this water tray. It says 1/4 of an inch to an inch full. The water absorbs into the mats. The mats carry the water to the bottom of this part, and when your plants start getting to the bottom, the roots, start going to the bottom here, that's one indicator of when you should transplant. And then it's also based on the height of your plant. Could be different for each plant. Thank you. I know, baby, I know. It's not a rocket, it's a jet plane. A lot of jet planes going on today. So, you know, I did that. I killed off some stuff. Most of my things survived. Okay, just stay away from sis then. One of the things that happened was the first batch of romaine lettuce, like, it got leggy. And again, leggy is when your plant grows really, really high and then the little leaves show up at the top. So these romaine, they're going pretty good. But the first batch, this little stem part, and I hope I'm pointing, okay, yeah. This little stem part was like all the way up to here, and then the leaves. So that becomes a problem because it just starts to plop over and it doesn't grow the way it needs to grow. I thought all the romaine was dead. But some of the seeds started germinating well after, let's see, it's May 15th. I started doing this tray on Palm Sunday. So that's over a month ago that I put those seeds in there. And for the first set of plants that I did, I had a heating mat underneath because, you know, the baby seeds like to be nice and warm. It's like having a newborn. Like to be nice and warm and cozy, and they want the nutrition from the light, the nutrition from the water that the water mat is absorbing, and then the heat from the bottom to keep them nice and warm. A lot of seeds like to be at like 80 degrees as they're germinating. So I think what happened with my romaine, it's a cool weather crop. So I found that out later, and I was like, man, I killed the romaine and I killed the spinach just right out the gates. So I think as I stopped using the heating mat, these romaine babies decided to make a comeback. And I'm just so happy about that. One of the main reasons I wanted a garden was to have salad. And then when my spinach and romaine died, I was like, okay, so I have a garden and no salad. So super happy about that coming back. Good job, Allie. You can fill those both up. Another cool thing that happened was these 2 cantaloupe plants weren't here. And see, look at this little baby cantaloupe is coming out. You know, sometimes there's just some late bloomers. And like these tomato plants, these took longer than the rest. These ones are babies, but I'll have some extra cherry tomatoes to give away. And that's just really, really cool. Scarlet, where are you, baby? Oh, there you are. Okay. Gotta keep track of these two while I'm out here. So back to the greenhouse, because this thing just needs to be monitored. We had been out here, we ate lunch outside, and after lunch I checked on this. It had been 88 inside earlier. Now mind you, outside, I don't know. I'll see how hot it is outside. So it had been 88 in here earlier, and after lunch I checked and it was already 91 in there. The greenhouse doesn't want to be at 91. Okay, we've got to bring the temperature back down. So I went in there, I wet the floor, I wet the inside, and it brought the humidity to 34, which is still considered low, and then it brought the heat down all the way to 86 now. Again, for my greenhouse and my location and this time of year, it has been consistent that whatever the temperature is outside, it's 20 degrees hotter in the greenhouse. People that have like permanent greenhouses, the ones that are made out of glass and whatever other material that's made out of, a lot of them have like full on like, you know, the hydroponics set up, and they have fans in there and they have heaters in there, because it's very important to keep that temperature and that humidity under control. It's much more of a challenge in the portable greenhouse. So that's what I'm learning. There's pros, there's cons. Most people just use a portable greenhouse for seed starting and that's it. But I want to have plants that are growing and flourishing in here all summer long. So I'm finding that it's possible. It's just super high maintenance. So we'll see how that goes. I just have to keep checking, you know, the temperature and then acclimating it, you know, as I'm able to. So it's just, I feel again like it's like having another baby. It's like I go and I'm checking on it, making sure it's okay, it's got everything it needs. So we'll see how that goes. But yeah, that's the other part of my update, because I'm learning a lot by doing that, and it's been pretty cool. So maybe I'll skip an update for a while. It just really, you know, I didn't set this up to make sure that I do an update for sure every single day or like however many times a week. Basically, it's just as it comes, because as I mentioned in the first video, the purpose of this is to kind of document my journey in planting, put information out for anybody